perfect Mother's Day gift. The Buy Factory Direct, the jewelry exchange with superstores nationwide or online at jewelryexchange.com.
I'm Victoria Jackson, and it's true that rhinos will always charge someone wearing white. It's true. I didn't know the Pope could run that fast.
Hi, I'm French Stewart. Did you know that despite weighing over 2,000 pounds, rhinos can reach top speeds of up to 45 miles per hour? That's just like a Hyundai.
Hola, I'm Charo, and I know that if you break off a rhino's horn, it will grow back. I also know that if you break off a rhino's horn, you are dead meat.
Who's got it right? You'll find out tonight on Balderdash. Starring Elaine Boozler.
Thank you. Welcome to Balderdash. As we know, Balderdash, a word that isn't quite true. Here's something that's very true. We have three very funny people to make you laugh tonight. Give it up for Victoria Jackson. French Stewart. Hello. And Charo. Rocking out. Charo had the true answer to our first question tonight. It is true. A rhino's horn will grow back after it breaks off, and sometimes they break off when they're typing, so they just don't know. So our other two stars were full of balderdash. That's your job tonight. Who's telling the truth? Who's full of balderdash? A correct balderdash bet pays off at 1-1. A correct bet on the truth pays off at 2-1. We'll get you each started with 250 points so you can make those wagers. And to help you decide how much to bet on this first round, I'll tell you tonight we're starting with incredible initials. So lock in your bets on incredible initials and choose either truth or balderdash. This is your name, I'm told. Rolls-Royce is your name. Is that your first name or your first and middle name?
My first name.
What did you bet?
I bet 188 on Balderdash.
188 on Balderdash, and your name is not Balderdash? It is the truth. Rolls-Royce de Eco. I don't want to know your last name, not while I'm alive. Okay. Susan Gonzalez.
Yes.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm sick. How much did you bet?
I bid 238 points on Balderdash.
On Balderdash. Rolls-Royce, Chevy, here we go. Not so long ago, people were terrorized by something that went by the initials F-A-N-G, FANG. And to find out what F-A-N-G stands for, we'll begin with the very funny Victoria Jackson.
Yay! Woo! FANG. It's from a cartoon. And it stands for Flying Armored Neutron Gyro Blaster, which is a very scary sounding thing, but then it transforms into a little tiny kitty cat.
Oh, how cute!
In a cartoon.
Okay, so Victoria Jackson says it's the Flying Armored Neutron Gyro Blaster. Charo was going to say that, but the game would have been 3 weeks long. So, French Stewart, what does FANG stand for?
Actually, it's from an episode of Married with Children, you know, the TV show, and it's Feminists Against Neanderthal Guys. And I was actually a member of a group called WIMP, which is Women into Manly Physiques.
Ooh.
Yeah, so my wife can call me a wimp, and it's you know, quite the compliment.
There you go. French Stewart says it's Feminists Against Neanderthal Guys. And the fabulously beautiful Charo this evening.
What?
Well, what does FANG stand for?
Oh, yeah, initial is my specialty.
Oh, good.
Fang. Okay, Dr. Seuss wrote a book called If I Ran the Zoo. And he created a character called Fang, initial for Funa, Altuna, Nalduna, Gazuna. A tarantula.
I guess it's a good thing you're looking for Balderdash, is what I'd say. French says it's Feminists Against Neanderthal Guys. Victoria Jackson says it's Flying Armored Neutron Gyro Blaster. And I say this is my last show, and I hope you enjoy it. Okay, you're looking for Balderdash. Pick a star. love it. Did you pick somebody?
Yeah, I picked Charo for Balderdash because she just
Any
lost me.
particular reason?
She just lost me.
Okay, and Susan, did you lose hope or did you actually choose someone?
I as well chose Charo for Balderdash because I don't think Dr. Seuss would actually terrorize the children like that.
Well, you never know. Let's see the actual meaning of fang. Ah, good betting. Good betting, you guys. That paid off for both of you. Friends have the truth. Susan, that's going to take you up to 488. And R, may I call you RR? That's going to take you up to 438. And we'll be right back, but I won't.
It's time for more Balderdash. Here again is the star of the show, Elaine Bootler.
I don't think we've ever been more eager to meet our contestants. This is Royce Pascal, and he's not even a rapper.
I was born in the Philippines and I grew up in Dayton, Ohio. I'm an operations supervisor. My wife and I have a 2-year-old son, Elijah Cash, and we have another baby on the way. We're hoping to have a girl so we can name her Lexus.
And your mom's name?
It's Mercedes.
So there you go. It's a whole dealership. And this is just boring old Susan Gonzalez. I'm kidding.
No, not quite that boring.
Oh, well, I'm just saying the names. They're so busy over here. No, you mentioned you have 6 children. That's fantastic.
No, actually, I have 9 kids. I'm originally
9
from
kids?
Yes, I'm from Fort Worth, Texas, originally. Yeah, 9 kids, 11 grandchildren, and in my spare time, which I don't have a lot of, I volunteer to teach surfing with a youth group.
That is fantastic. 9 kids. 9 kids. Woo! Okay.
my goodness.
I know, 9 kids, but we should get her a chair.
Wow.
All right, we're going to add 500 points to each of your scores right now. Susan, you're just jumped up to 988.
Okay.
Rolls, you're at 938. And you have to bet at least 250 points on each of the following questions. And the first category is going to be... singing celebrities. Singing celebrities is what you're betting on. So lock in those wagers. Choose either truth or Balderdash. And we will start with Rolls Royce. What did you bet?
I bet 488 on Balderdash.
Okay, Susan?
746 on Balderdash.
Big bet. Oh boy, here we go. Plenty of actors have crossed over into singing. Maybe they shouldn't, but they did, as is the case with one of these 3 stars. And we shall start with the fabulously funny French Stewart.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, 9 kids. The next time your husband just even makes eye contact, just tell him no. Okay. I know that in the 70s, Al Pacino did an album full of Frank Sinatra cover tunes called New York Stories. And I remember it because my personal favorite was I Get a Kick Out of Hooah! You see how I did that there? Yeah.
That was a catchy tune.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I love it.
It's a good one.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so French Stewart says Al Pacino actually had an album called New York Stories.
New York
Okay, Charo, you would know all about music. You're such a great musician.
Music is my specialty.
Yes, it is.
It's true. Don't laugh, it me off. What happened is that Steven Seagal, I'm talking English, don't look at me like this. He have a beautiful album called Music from the Crystal Cave. It's cool, it's very good. You say yes because you had 9 kids. When I had 1, and I look when I was pregnant like a watermelon with high heels.
So Charo says Steven Seagal had songs from the Crystal Cave. Victoria Jackson?
Well, you know, Matt LeBlanc from Friends, he made an album called Old Shoes, and all the critics said they didn't like it. They said they'd rather eat his old shoes than listen to it. But I think he's so cute, I would eat him and smell him and listen to him.
You know, I'm just losing the will to live here today. Okay. Victoria Jackson says that Matt LeBlanc had an album called Old Shoes. French Stewart said that Al Pacino had New York Stories. And Charo said that Steven Seagal had songs from the Crystal Cave. You're both looking for Balderdash. Pick a star. Rolls, whom did you pick?
I picked Charo for Balderdash because I just can't see Steven Seagal.
Can you see him acting?
Well, I guess so.
Susan?
I picked Victoria Jackson for Balderdash.
Let's see what the real album was. look at that. Very good choice for you. Matt LeBlanc did not make an album. Not so good for Rolls. That will take you down to 938, and you're at 1734. I'm sorry, it takes you down to 450. I'm a little slow today, but here's your chance to catch up. We'll go right to the next category. Here it is. It is sports slang. That may be a good one that you can bet a lot on and make a big comeback there, Rolls Royce. And don't let him catch up, Susan. Sports slang. What did you bet, Rolls?
I bet 400 on truth.
On truth for a 2-to-1 payoff. Susan?
734 on Balderdash.
Okay, here we go. If you're a sports fanatic, you know what a Buford is. If not, you'll have to rely on one of our 3 celebrities. And from the Surreal Life's own series on VH1, Charo.
Thank you for mentioning it.
Okay, so what's a Buford?
A Buford.
I'm asking everybody.
B-U-F-F-O-R-D. I think that it's in the NASCAR, when you have a flat tire, they say, oops, they have a Buford.
Wow, so it's a flat tire in NASCAR.
That's what I had to say about that.
Okay, a flat tire in NASCAR. Wow, Victoria, what's a Buford?
A Buford is a calf that's easy to rope and throw down.
Oh.
But don't say the word Buford too loud at the rodeo, because half of the guys there are named that.
I think you're right. Okay, it's a calf that's easy to rope. French?
Actually, no. It's a wrestling move where one wrestler will smack the other wrestler down on his head. And, you know, from the looks of how things are going, I'm willing to guess that at least 2 out of 3 of us over here have been Buford repeatedly.
Okay. Yeah. French Stewart said it's a wrestling head slam. Charo says it's a NASCAR flat tire. And Victoria Jackson says it's a rodeo term, and it means it's a calf that's easy to rope. You are looking for Balderdash. You are searching for truth. Pick a star. Okay, Rolls, who did you believe?
I believe Victoria Jackson and truth. I don't know what's a Buford is, but it sounds real.
Okay, Susan?
I chose Charo for Balderdash just because I didn't think NASCAR would use that word Buford.
Okay, let's see what a Buford is. Ooh, look at that. Victoria Jackson had it right. That was awfully good for you. And awfully good for you. So you're up to 2468. Rolls has jumped to 1250, catching up at a fevered pace. Come on back and see if you can come all the way back in our next determining round.
Closed captioning provided by Number bed by Select Comfort. You can fall asleep faster, sleep more soundly, and wake up more refreshed. Call 1-800-701-8686. We'll rush you. This bed is the key to a perfect night's sleep. Call now.
Begin sequence. Transmitting entertainment.
Balderdash is back. Here again is Elaine Kuzler.
This is Rolls Royce's last chance to catch up. This is our big determining round. We're adding 1,000 points to each of your scores. Susan, you're at 3468. Rolls, you're at 2250. That's odometer mileage. And he's heard it all. He's heard it all. I'm telling you. You got to bet at least half your bank on this one. At least half. You're looking for the truth. Harder. Truth only. 2-to-1 payoff in the category of Celebrity Yearbook. It'll be a photo. Celebrity Yearbook. So lock in your bet for at least half your bank, and you're going to look for a true answer on Celebrity Yearbook, and we won't reveal it until after the whole shebang goes down, okay? It's time to stroll down memory lane and peek into our Celebrity Yearbook, and there it is. Which of these facts about the amazing Clint Eastwood? Wow, that was, wow. Clint Eastwood. Which of these facts is true? We will start with the very funny and beautiful Victoria Jackson.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Clint Eastwood served in the Korean War in the Army as a cook. And I know what you're thinking, that out of the kitchen you could often hear him saying, "Is that 5 scoops of marshmallows in the Jell-O or 6?"
Victoria Jackson said he served in the Army as a cook. What does the very beautiful and funny French Stewart have to
From
say?
1964 to 1967, he made all those famous, what were they called? Man with No Name westerns.
Sure.
And he wore the same poncho in each one of them without ever washing it, which is tough because I know in college I wore the same poncho without ever washing it, and I was known as the man with no dates. Yeah.
He wore the same poncho in 3 movies without ever washing it. And in the fourth movie, the Pancho got on a horse and rode away.
That's right.
Okay. And the very beautiful and funny and musical Charo.
Muchas gracias.
Ah, well.
I know him very well. Did you know that he had the same hairdo like Donald Trump? And this is from a movie called Every Which Way But Loose. And he was beaten by a humongous orangutan that they had to give it 18 stitches. I thought that he was beaten by his girlfriend, Sandra Locke, but it was the orangutan.
That's right. That's exactly right.
You think?
I want to change my answer to that.
No, sorry, only one person can.
No?
This is my answer, and I stick with it.
Okay, he was bitten by an orangutan from Every Which Way But Loose, and it was on a date. It wasn't during filming. French Stewart says he wore the same poncho in 3 movies without washing it, and Victoria Jackson says he served in the army as a cook. You're looking for truth. Good luck. Okay, let's see what story was true about Clint Eastwood. Oh, look at that. He wore the same poncho in 3 movies without washing it. Okay, Rose, your last chance to catch up. Did you pick French Stewart, and did you bet correctly?
I bet 1,888 on Charo.
Well, okay, she was excited about that. That takes you down to 362, but you never know. It ain't over till we find out what Susan bet and who she chose.
I bid 1,734 points on French Stewart.
Now it's over. I'm sorry. You played great. It was a pleasure to have you. Thanks for coming. You were great. Hey, you did it. 9 kids and you still have brain power. So there, your theory's incorrect. You keep your brain. We're going to Big Balderdash Garage. Who would you like to play
I'm going to
with?
stick with French Stewart. You help me along.
Stewart, come on back and watch us play. Follow me down the steps. Okay.
Balderdash is looking for contestants. If you live in or plan to visit the Los Angeles area, please call 323-762-7126 for audition information. Stay tuned for more Balderdash. Balderdash continues. Here again is Elaine Boozler.
And we're here with Susan, our champion. She has wisely chosen French Stewart to help her through the Balderdash Barrage. There are some great prizes up for grabs today. And here's John Machida to tell us about the first one.
It's a shopping spree at Michael C. Fina, New York. For all of your home and gift needs, rely on Michael C. Fina's magnificent selection of jewelry, silver, china, crystal, and more. Visit their store, catalog, or website at michaelcfina.com.
Oh, such a cool story. And here's John with today's grand prize.
It's a trip to New York. You and a guest will enjoy deluxe accommodations at the luxurious La Parker Meridian, New York, located in the heart of Manhattan, steps away from Central Park, Times Square, and Fifth Avenue's famous shops. La Parker Meridian, uptown, not uptight. Back to you, Elaine.
Yes. Oh, that is great. You can't lose here today. You got a trip to New York or a shopping spree. So how do you get to New York? Well, we're going to play a game for 45 seconds. There are 10 letters in the word Balderdash. Behind 9 of those letters is the shopping spree. Behind 1 of those letters is the trip to New York. So our game for 45 seconds is that I read you sentences that end in Balderdash. You have to correct them to make them true. For example, if I said the lump found in men's throats is commonly known as the Adam's fig leaf, you would say
Apple.
Apple. See how easy? So if you don't know it, say pass. French will have a chance. You say pass. If you don't know it, we'll go on to the next one. For every correct answer, we'll take away 1 of the letters with the shopping spree, getting you closer and closer to New York. Sound good?
Okay, I can't wait.
Okay, time for the big Balderdash Barrage. Let's put 45 seconds on the clock. And the clock starts now. The Windy City is more commonly known as full of hot air.
Chicago.
Yes. Whoopi Goldberg got her Oscar for her role in Fiddler on the Roof.
Color purple.
Ghost. The Hunchback of Notre Dame was written by Mel Brooks.
Pass.
Pass.
Victor Hugo. Lou Costello's comedy partner was Laurence Olivier.
Abbott.
Yes. The professional football team in Dallas is known as the Bush League. Dallas.
Cowboys.
Yes. Call Me Ishmael is the first line of the Herman Melville novel Shamu.
Moby Dick.
Yes. The capital city of Canada is Hockeyville.
Pass.
Pass.
Ottawa. Mike D. Adrock and MCA are better known as the Three Stooges.
Pass.
Beastie Boys.
Yes. In The Maltese Falcon, Humphrey Bogart played Detective Inspector Clouseau.
Pass.
Pass.
Sam Spade. Florida State nickname is the Snowbird State. Sunshine State. 5 right. 5 right. Excellent. There you go.
You did right.
Yeah, you did We'll take 5 letters away from the word balderdash. Pick a letter. Let's see what you've won.
I will take A.
A. What's behind the A? Fina shopping spree. It's a great store. We're going to have a good time. That's wonderful. Let's see where the New York trip was. Oh, right there with the B. Well, we'll hold it at 9 kids then. That's fine. We hope you had a good time watching. Remember, rescued pets make the best pets. Pets, the best pets. And kids, that's what I was going for. To learn more, try www.talesofjoy.net, my favorite website. Come on back and see us next time right here on Balderdash.
Sunday, the Cartwright Boys ride again in a Western adventure as big as they come. Saddle up for an exciting original series, The Ponderosa. Sunday, 8/7 Central on Independent Television.